Nathan Stanford Sr., and we're going to work on episode 3 of Laravel 11. My main goal is to help someone who's just learning to use Laravel to be able to go through what I'm teaching and read and watch and be able to run the Laravel framework without totally understanding everything that there is to understand. If you, however, start doing this and you run into a spot that maybe I've automatically did without thinking about it and you don't know why your code's not working, go ahead and ask the question and I'll see if I can figure out why it's not working, see if I can help you. So what we're going to do now is there's a few things. When you're using VS Code, one of the things you might want to do, at least in Windows, I don't know the commands for Mac, but in Windows, let's say we want to create a layout. Or let's say we want to let's just pull up the About page. So if I do Control P and then I type About, I can see there's the About page, and anything else that has About in it, I can open it. There's the About page. And then here's the Contact page, here's the Home page. So if we go to the browser, and let's just say PHP, let's see, I think I have, yes, I have it already running. Let me click on it and it will open up. So now we've got this open. It's loading and there we go. So let me look here. So this is the home page, and if I go About, and if you spell it right, kind of helps. About, or you go to Contact, you can see it's working. So we probably need a nav bar so that we can actually click around. I'm not here to teach you how to build a nav bar, but I will say what we will do, so that for the sake of time, I will just simply go to Bootstrap, see nav bar here, I will come down here, and we're going to copy this first nav bar. We can make changes to it to be what we want. So now let's go back to our code. What I will do first is we will put it on this home page. Let's see here. That would be the nav bar. Let me go back and we will go to the home page. And now we have this nav bar, but we don't have Bootstrap yet. So if I come back here and I go back and I say, let's go just straight to Bootstrap. Let's scroll down just a little bit. We're not trying to install it with NPM, which you could do over here. But for those that don't know how, just copy this. Come back here to this page here. I'm going to go above this, and we are going to, let's just do doc and hit tab, which gives us the boilerplate, and I will just say home up here for now. And then we will take care of, let's see here, this is the link that we need, so let's go ahead and put it above the title. And then we need one more. Let's go back to Bootstrap, copy this, then we'll come back here and we will go to here and we will add that. Now usually, if you don't know, JavaScript that's at the top will run too soon and cause problems. You always want it to run last. What you can do if you want to keep all these links at the top, which I like to keep them together, you can just type defer as an attribute inside of the script, and it will wait until the page is loaded before it actually runs that JavaScript. So now you can have both of those up at the top. You can have the JavaScript and you can have the style sheet all at the top. The only thing we need to move to the bottom now is this body HTML. We'll scroll below the nav bar. We'll scroll below the home. Save, and now we'll come back here. We will hit refresh, and here is our home bar. Now, I can't stand a bright screen. I'm going to change it to dark mode. I've got a little snippet that I built for myself, and when I go to the top here, give me 1 second. Let's see here. Okay, go here. We'll scroll up. And then we will go right here. With my snippet, I can just start typing dark mode and tab, and it puts it in here, and it's got a space. So now if I go back here and I hit refresh, it makes me feel so much better. I can't stand how bright it can be. So what do we need to do? We want home, about, and contact us. So let's come back here to the code. In this nav bar, which right now is, scroll down just a little, is right here. Let's find home. What we want to do is copy this. I'll copy it once. The reason why is because active is on home. And we don't want it to be active when it's not home, or not the link you're on. About. Now let's copy this and say contact right here. Contact. Let's make the C capital. And let's get rid of the rest of these links. We don't need this link. We don't need the drop down. I mean, obviously, if you need it, you can keep it. I'm going to get rid of the disabled link. And then I'm going to simply comment out the button for the search. That way it's there if you want to use it at some point, or if I use it at some point in the future, I can just pull it right back out. So let's go look and see how we look now. Okay, so now we've got home, about, and contact. We don't have about and contact getting the right URL. So let's just go fix that for a second. We will just simply say /about, and we will come back here and say /contact. Now we will come back here and hit refresh, and we will click on about. But when it goes to about, we lose the nav bar. Why? Because obviously it's only on the one page. Now we could copy this nav bar and paste it on multiple pages, but then if you need to add another link, then you've got a problem, because you now have to go to every single page. And if you go, 200 or 300 links, you may not have a nav bar 200 or 300 links, but every page has to have it. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here to PowerShell. We're going to say PHP, hold on, let me make sure I'm clicked down in there. I don't want that. In this nav bar, we want to say PHP artisan make view. Now, we want to start creating a thing called layouts, and we also want to create a thing called partials. Partials is where we're going to put code that's just a partial bit of code that's going to be displaying on the screen. So let's say partials dot navbar. We hit enter, and it should generate the partials folder. Now, even though I don't have the layouts yet, I'm going to go ahead and say PHP artisan make view layouts dot. Let me think. What would I want to call layouts? Do I want to call it main? Do I want to call it app? No, I want to call it main. This is the main layout. If I decide to create a new layout, I might call it admin, or it kind of depends on what it's being used for. But this is going to be the main layout. So I hit enter, and I've gotten too big a hurry. I'll put a space in here. So let's hit enter, and there we go. So now we've got over here, you can see we got layouts main, and we got nav bar. Now, let's worry about the nav bar first, I guess. So let's go and copy the nav bar. Let's see here. Nav bar starts up here, comes all the way down here. I removed it. So let's go to the nav bar, and we're going to paste it in here. So now we have the nav bar in here, which means it should be gone from here, which it is. So now let's go back. What we want to do now, I'm going to clear the screen. I hate seeing all that. I want to create a layout. So let's see here. In the layout, in this main layout, I'm going to delete everything that's there. I'm going to do the doc. Okay, save, doc. Come on, pop up. Otherwise, I'll have to hand type it, which I really don't want to do. Okay, let's do this. Let me go back here long enough to do that again, doc. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why it's having an issue. Not sure what all that is down there. Doc, one last chance. Okay, fine, whatever. So when you're going to input doc type equals HTML. Oh man, I don't like typing all of this. I'm lazy enough that I'm going to simply go index HTML. I'm not sure what's going on. My computer's running slow for some reason. Cancel. Go ahead. Pull it up. So I'll just say doc. And I thought it would pop up pretty quick. Maybe I need to close out and come back in or something. Okay, fine. So you could always write it individually, or you could copy it from somewhere. So let's just simply say, let me go to my browser and say doc boilerplate example. So I could go here and pick one of these boilerplate examples. I could come down here and copy it. This is good enough, even though this is not really what I want. I will find out why it's not working. At some point, it's probably running too slow for some reason. Right before I do it, let's just try doc again. Not sure why. So anyway, so this is going to be the home page. This is going to be the title, example app 1. So let's see here. I want to be able to change this title per page. So what we can do, let's see here, is we will start at yield title, and then we want a default value. Default title. We can call it something else, but I'm just going to call it default title so it will kind of stand out. And then the name of this app is example app 1. So now we've got our title, but to get this yield to work, we have to be passing in a title. Let me think about this. There's a few things. I want to add some meta tags. I see there's one, but I'm going to add one more. Let's do that. Let's go look. I'm not sure it's going to cause a problem yet. Nope, still working. That's great. Didn't want it to be causing a problem. In fact, let's see. The title is still home because we're actually not including this yet into the code. So what we want to be able to do is, let's see here, when you're in the view and you're doing, let me go back, go here. So what we want to do is inside of each one of these, we won't need this anymore, neither. So we won't need any of this. We won't need the header. Right here's the header that has stuff we need. So let's go back to the main template. Oh, and I was putting it in the nav bar. No. Well, I was putting the, I was going to put it in nav main, but I switched to index. So the only thing we need is this. Let's go back here. Let's put this down at the bottom. Let's go back here now, and we're going to copy this title. I think viewport may already be there. Yep, it's up there. But I'm going to copy, I'm going to go ahead and paste it here and delete that metadata since it's already there. So, okay, so now it's going to say title or default title example 1. So we're getting close to 15 minutes. I really want to show you just a little more before I stop and create the next video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this code I've got for what I'm working on here. And what you do is you extend the layouts.main. That's the place you're going to actually put the code that you're pulling in. Then you include the navbar by doing a nat include, and you actually say where it's at. Here's the section title. We want the title to be home. So if you don't put home, it will default. Then we want this content. So to make that content work, then we first have to put in to, let's see here, I'll pull up an example. Let me go under views, go to, let's go to home, go to index. Okay, wrong one. I'm trying to find an example. I will click here. Okay, so this content, let me go back to the layout to compare it to what I've written to make sure I'm on the right page. So I'm going to copy this code. I don't like doing that, but since it's not acting like I want it to, this is the main. Let me make sure I'm not losing the, yeah, I'm not. Okay. So if I delete this and I add this, what is the difference? I got the same links to the bootstrap. I've got it looking for the app CSS, which is an asset folder. Here's where the content coming from the yield is going to go. Here's the footer, which we really don't have anything in it just yet. So it will pull in each of these pages. Here is the header. Let's just go see what all is happening here. If I've got any errors, if I hit refresh, we now have the nav bar. We have all of this in here. So if you come back here and you look, so the nav bar is going to get pulled in side of the content. So if you go to the home page, all of everything down here, this nav bar is getting included. This data for title is getting included. So if I simply say testing one ABC, now the title will be that, and then down here is where that welcome is coming from, the content. So if I go back here and I hit refresh, and you look up here at the top, whoops, I meant to hit refresh, not the home button. So up here you can see testing ABC. So we don't want it to say testing ABC, but I did that for another reason. What if we don't have anything? So if we don't have anything, hit refresh, it's automatically going to say default title. So what we want, instead of ABC, this is going to be the home page. I'm just going to call it home. So at the top it'll say home / the title, and it gets that from here in the main. The title of the application is right here. Now we can obviously move that somewhere else, but this is a small app and I'm trying to show you as much as I can. Asset, however, is if you look over here in this list of choices and you look through these, and you look through each one of these, you'll see a lot of different folders, but the one you really want, here under public is some great files and things. You could put them there, but the actual location that we put them, see here, not under vendors. Now, let's see. Up here's your controllers. There's your database. Here's your assets. So you can see there is some assets in here, but this is under build. So then when we look in here, if you look under CSS, under resources, there's an app CSS. There's not a whole lot in it. It's got Tailwind hooked into it, so we could start using Tailwind from the get-go. But I just wanted you to know that's where this is coming from. Whoops. That's where this is coming from, that CSS. So if you were wanting to add in this JavaScript, you could literally add that in, same kind of way. So now we have the nav bar coming in. I'm actually going to get rid of the header, get rid of the footer. We can always add it back later and save. And so now if I look at this is the template that's going to be used. So I can come here to the home page, select all, copy, go to contact, and we will just simply change this to the contact page. And what I'm going to do is delete that completely, paste this in here, and I like to tab it over. Let's go up, let's save, let's copy. Now this one should change to say contact, and then we should go to about, and we're going to change this to about, and this one down here to about with a capital. And now we have a nav bar, so we can say about, contact. So contact worked, about didn't. Let's go see what's going on with about. So when we go to about, maybe I didn't save. I did forget to change this. About. Section about. Oh, so let's put that back. Yep. So this should be about, and then this should be about, not content. I got in too big a hurry. About. So now we have where we can refresh, click home, about. Let me click home, home. Let's go look at the URL. Go to the nav bar. Route is just a pound. We want it to go to slash for now. We've got other ways we're going to do it in the future. Let me just hit refresh, click home. So now it goes home, about, and contact. We still have more to look at. So I hope you are enjoying. If you have any questions or any bugs or any problems, I will be updating this on GitHub. I hate putting out the URL too early, because then you go to get the code and I've changed it and it's broken because I'm working on the next video, and you are like, I want to just see how it's working. Well, when I get done, I will give you access to it. It's actually out there right now, I believe, public, but if it's private, I will turn it public when I finish the videos. So keep coding, and I'll be right back with the next version, the next video.